This person is not serving me. This habit isn't serving me. Nothing is serving me right now. Okay, hold on. I need to start over. Poof. You know, retention is forcing my level up, and I love it. I love every single moment of this. I feel like I'm in a blissful dream every time I wake up now. Not to sound cliche or corny, but it is what it is, y'all. You know, one thing I do like seeing is that there are a lot of people, a lot of, young men who are coming into the retention journey, right? Who are telling their story of how they've been retaining for some days and some weeks and some months, and whatever the time is, it doesn't really matter how long you retain for. You just got to make it a lifestyle, and of course, shoot for a certain amount of days, right? You should shoot for a certain amount of days, but just know that it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle, and just know that there's going to be trials and tribulations, but you're going to overcome all of them as long as you stay on the journey. And being on this journey, it's allowing me to be more ruthless in a good way. I think we need to not put negative stigmas on certain words like selfishness or ruthlessness, because that's what the sovereign man is. That's what the true retainer is. You're being selfish. You're not giving anyone your energy. You're keeping it all in. But you doing that is going to cause you to be the best version of yourself, so that when it is time for you to give back to everybody, which you are going to do anyway, it's going to actually mean something. It's going to actually be impactful versus you right now, struggling or or just not exactly established just yet, right? And it's going to come with sacrifice, obviously. And you just got to be willing to take it. You just got to be willing to sacrifice. You just got to be willing to spend time alone. You got to be willing to cut people off. Now, I was watching this interview on the Melanin Money Show. Shout out to you guys, man. They were talking about certain traits that successful people have. Like, there was a man on the show, I forget his name, but he was actually talking about how he noticed that everyone who was super successful shared similar traits. Like, and one of them was ruthlessness, absolute ruthlessness. Like, at any moment, those guys are willing to cut off anybody, as soon as they realize, like, this person is not serving me. This habit isn't serving me. Nothing is serving me right now. Okay, hold on. I need to start over. Poof. Just like that. You got to be willing to cut things off. Not just people, but you got to be willing to cut off habits. A true successful person doesn't have a vice that has them on lock. And it doesn't matter what it is. Not a woman, not a drug, not a food, not nothing. They aren't connected to anything materially, honestly. I mean, at the end of the day, they are willing to cut it off. And that is something that you will naturally succumb to on retention, right? You're going to naturally not be truly connected to anything. Like, you're gonna be able to cut anything off, with the full understanding that it's for your embetterment and it's what successful people do. So, at the end of the day, I've been retaining for a while, and again, I just want to salute all the people who are in the community, right? Who are retaining, just keep on doing it, especially you young fellas, man. Like, it's amazing and inspiring to see a lot of young folk, a lot of young men, you know, truly being men and actually wanting to join the community of retainers, right? And, you know, I salute you guys, and I'll see you real soon.